Yes, I understand the headline says that they ran the show. I don't know what's going on here, though. If Seth Rollins is going to be the biggest, baddest dude in the room, can we not allow him to be cheered as this weird tweener Joker character that I don't entirely understand and didn't even understand as a babyface? I'm going to go to you first, Jordy, then I'm going to go to you, Ant. But like the three of us, can we solve this problem this afternoon? Because it's starting to bother me.
Bro, we solved it like 4 weeks ago. Like
I know.
he needs to drop the music, right? He needs to drop the music. And I thought exactly the same. You were the first person I thought of. In fact, both of you, because we've all said it. That moment last night when Seth said, and welcome Monday, whatever he said at the end, and he held the mic up and it was like, yeah, come on, join in with me. It's like, no, man, we're supposed to not like you. We're supposed to not like you. And like, I do like Seth. He's very good at what he does, and he always has been. But like, they need to do more. I'm convinced something as little as taking the music away will massively help this situation. I'm convinced, because it's impossible not to sing. Like I've said before, it's one of the things that people are looking forward to when they go to a show, right? So that they're always going to join in if you give them that opportunity to join in. That it's just going to happen. I don't know. I like this group. I like the potential of this group, but it just feels a little bit cut and stick this at the minute. I like that Bronson came out and obviously had said that the vision is to have him at the forefront at the front of the company for the next 20 years, and that's cool. But I always just thought, like, if I was Bronson, man, I'd clothesline him. I'd be like, nah, none of that.
Yeah.
Like, let me have a go first. Like,
Right.
So I don't know. There was just a couple of issues here and there. If we're talking about Seth and Penta's match, good match, as I thought it would be with them two. You know, of course it was. Seth very, very, very rarely puts on anything worse than a kind of 4-star match, right? He's
Right.
a very good wrestler, and he can get a good match out of anyone. And Penta's also a very good wrestler. So yeah, great match there. I need more from this group now.
Same. And here's the thing. So we got shot in the comments here with Seth's music is amazing. Keep it. Don't Death Rebel him.
Oh, Death Rebel him.
I mean, if you're going to
this context,
Death Rebel him, yeah. I was going to say, I had an idea a little while back. We haven't done this in a while in wrestling. What about no music for Seth? But my only fear is then the fans still sing the song.
It's too easy to sing it, isn't it?
What would be cool, though, if you played out that scenario? And I find interesting, and don't get me wrong, Anthony, I want you to talk about the Penta match and other stuff. I'm not even asking you about this. It was just an idea I had. You don't play the song and the people sing it, and it bugs Seth that they sing it.
Yeah.
So you play no music, the fans still sing the old song, and Seth is visibly frustrated by it every time. Like, stop singing that.
Yeah.
I don't care about you. I don't know. But I do want to ask you, obviously, about the Penta match that Jordy discussed, as well as, I mean, like Jordy said, we're all on the same page. Something has to change musically.
Right.
Whether it's the idea I just presented or something else.
Well, I think before we get to that, Seth will never be hated enough to where anything you do won't get a great reaction from the crowd whenever he comes out. He's earned that. Seth has done so many great things in WWE that the fans are always going to cheer him no matter what he does. You know, he screwed Roman, took the wise man. I thought it was funny that Braun Breaker called Paul Heyman the wise man, and even Seth said it at one point, and then later in the night they called him the Oracle again. So that was funny. That was a good slip up by Braun Breaker there. But when I think of someone coming out with no music, I think back to when Tommaso Ciampa turned on Johnny Gargano and they had their big match at NXT TakeOver, and Ciampa came out with no music and the crowd just let him have it. And it's iconic things like that you won't get with Seth Rollins. You'll never get it, just because I don't think he can be hated that much. Logan Paul could do something like that. But yeah, no, I think what they did last night was great. It was just okay. This is what it's going to be. Braun Breaker came out and just crashed out and lost it. And at first, Seth was like, "What is going on?" And then after listening and talking to Paul, like the little things that they showed that they didn't show, like Paul and Seth just interacting the whole time during Breaker's promo, and you could just see Seth like looking like a proud dad as Braun Breaker was going off, and it was just elevating. He started smiling, and and then Bronson Reed talking about, I took this man out, and he saw the value in me and brought me in the fold. So I love what they're doing. I don't think they need a name. I don't think they need.
Yeah, that's interesting. I was going to show this one here. Roundhead commented, "This faction has been a thing for 2+ months, and they have no name." Joke man, I don't know. I'm torn on that. But so you don't believe that they need a name?
I don't think so. Like, as long as they're going to continue to be dominant and continue to just run roughshod, what do you need a name for? Because we don't need a team name, because we're all that good individually. You got Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Seth Rollins. That's all you need to say. Like, let's do something different. Let's not give them a name. Let's not, take the music away. Let's not make everyone, let's not try to force dislike for them down our throats. Just let the crowd be as it is and ride the wave on it. That's what Seth Rollins does. So I think just it was I liked that last night, and I'm starting to pivot over to this is going to be really good. Like, this is going to be different.
That's fair. That's fair. And that's where, Jordy, I want to ask you, though, when it comes to the name conversation, what's your opinion on that? Because we talked a lot about the music, right? And you broke that down pretty well. Like, you don't mind going against the grain, sort of, and no name. That's cool. But Jordy, I do want to get your thoughts on that part of it. You're muted.
My dog started barking. Big dog in the house.
Dogs barking.
Big dog on heat. Oh no, and I've started going again now. You can probably hear. So I think the name they should be called the Big Dogs. No, I actually think I agree with Dan. I do agree with what you say. I don't think they need one. I personally would like them to have one, but I think, here she is. I don't think they need one. I don't actually think they need one. I think they will end up having one for the sake of t-shirts, merchandise, WWE machine. But I totally agree. I think almost keeping them separate and then just give them a name once it's done. Do you know what I mean? Once it's all over, and we can look back and call it something. But it doesn't necessarily need one. And I like the idea of them not losing who they are individually and retaining that. So keeping the music. So I like your point. It's a good. It'd be interesting to see it play out that way.
I find this whole thing kind of interesting because initially people were talking about it being sort of the Modern Dangerous Alliance, and I thought the Modern Alliance would have been a really cool name.
I'm not having it. I'm just not.
No, you don't like it?
No, Fernando.
Oh my gosh. No, that is golden. I'm sorry. I just called him the Seth Rollins.
Right.
Sorry. The great Fernando. That got me. I'm sorry, guys. Unprofessional here.
That is outstanding.
Well, he was just barking down the mic. Don't worry. The professional went out the window.
That can make you mad about that. If you're upset about that is, I'm sorry. That's golden.